Arizona and Seattle. This is 6.5, 7 in favor of the Seahawks at home. 44.5 to 45 is our total. The Cardinals are going to stick with Jacoby Brissett and have placed Kyler Murray on IR. So he is going to go ahead and miss the next 4 weeks for this Arizona team as he tries to get that foot back healthy. Seattle gets back on, looks like just looks like a wagon again. I really like this Seattle team, Noops. Like, I don't know, man. The addition of Shaheed, here's the thing. Darnold was already throwing the best ball, deep ball in the league as it was anyway, and that's not my opinion. That is not only stats, but also eyeball tests. Like, you can look at the EPA numbers and you can look at the PFF grades. So it's like it's both are saying that he's doing that very, very well. And if you're the other team, typically you have like one dude who does those routes and another dude who kind of does something else and whatever. Like, we look at the Lions and it's like, yes, they're still super dynamic because you've got Amon Ra who runs all the routes. You got Jameson Williams who can take the top off. You got whatever. Now you got JSN and Shaheed who can both take the top off of the defense. Like, JSN leads the league in 20-plus yard receptions. So now you add in another dude to where JSN might fake that he's going and now Shaheed goes and all these things like that. Like, what they're able to do on the offensive side might be absolutely ridiculous. And there's already familiarity because Kubiak was in New Orleans last year with Shaheed, and he might have to step right on in, Noops, because Torrey Horton was a surprise DNP yesterday at practice for Seattle. And so I don't know. I mean, I think the spread's appropriate. I think it's about right. If you have Seattle left in Survivor and you want to use them this week, I think that's fine. I might, if you have a better play, I would caution against it mainly because I just love Seattle so much. And so they have a game against Tennessee left. They have a game against Atlanta left. They have a game against Carolina left. Like, if you have Seattle in your pocket for any of those, I think you'd love to be able to pull the trigger on those. But again, I think they're fine for Survivor as well.
Yeah, I don't love picking divisional games, but it does seem like a spot where Seattle could win. I love everything you said about Shaheed, and we'll just simply add that it just takes an offense in Seattle that's been good and makes it even more dynamic. There is going to be so much more space on the field with Shaheed running around. And like you said, Kubiak had a great season with him with Derek Carr, noodle arm Derek Carr, who couldn't throw the ball more than 15, 20 yards down the field anyway. So you have to be really excited about the Seahawks. You and I have been betting them all year. I'm pretty sure we both have some nice futures tickets in our pockets. So it's going to be a good game for that. But the Cardinals here, it's been interesting watching them the last couple of weeks. I can't believe that they're better with Jacoby Brissett, but they are.
It's
The
so
offense
wild.
has been significantly better with him in. It finally turned into a win last week against Dallas, but only lost to Green Bay by 4, only lost to Indianapolis by 4. A close game, against the Titans there, still with Kyler Murray at that point, though. So I wonder if this Arizona team is going to be able to round into form a little bit. Possible look-ahead spot for the Seahawks. Now, it's a division game, but next week against the Rams is the most important game the Seattle Seahawks have left for basically the rest of the season. So you got to have to wonder, even if, again, division opponent, they kind of have one eye on the next week. They're great, but this line just looks to me just a little too high, especially on the road with the way Arizona has been able to kind of control games here. So lean Cardinals, but I still think the Seahawks win, and I'm certainly not betting Arizona.
Yeah, it would be Cardinals. Now that we've gotten to a full touchdown, I think it'd be Cardinals or pass for me in this. And that's not a knock on Seattle. It's just, look, Arizona's not devoid of talent. I mean, they got a good receiver in Harrison. They've got one of the best tight ends in football in McBride. The defense leaves a lot to be desired, but I mean, they can move the football and kind of hang a little bit. That's why this total isn't brutally low. It's 45, it's a fairly normal NFL total. So I'm with you. It's like, I'd probably have to take the 7, and that's saying a lot considering how much I love Seattle.
Yeah, it makes a ton of sense, and it is weird for both of us to basically spend this whole review talking about how great Seattle is, but both say we'd probably bet the Cardinals if we had to. That's football, baby.